Singapore is stepping up efforts to woo major studios and streaming platforms to work on content that can travel the world in different formats. That's the kind of creative media industry envisioned by Senior Minister of State for Digital Development and Information, Tan Kiat. He warns that Singapore may lose its competitive edge if it does not keep up. Rebecca Metteo sits down with Mr. Tan in an exclusive interview.
The creative media industry is changing. Senior Minister of State for Digital Development and Information Tan Kiat calls it a time when screens are fragmenting as people watch dramas and movies not just in theatres and on TV, but also on mobile phones and across streaming platforms. At the same time, attention spans are shrinking, with endless online content fighting for every second. On the back of the Singapore Media Festival this year, Mr. Tan shares that AI is reshaping how content is made and audiences are demanding fresh, diverse stories beyond the mainstream. Amid all this disruption, there are new opportunities ahead.
The Singapore Media Festival has grown from strength to strength over the last decade or so, and we are becoming a regional co-production and a trusted creative partner for industry players in the region. And I think that is an opportunity for our industry to deepen capabilities and position ourselves for the future. So there are new challenges on the horizon, but there are exciting opportunities too. First, there is a desire for Asian content. It's not just about Squid Games and you have Last Samurai Standing. Even for animations, Nurcha coming up from China, Demon Slayers, K-pop, Demon Hunters. There's a desire for Asian content. So that fits to our strength. And second, there are new technological advances that allows us to surmount and to overcome cost barriers to focus on value. For example, virtual production allows us to film in a setting that allows us to create digital assets without going outdoors. And thirdly, I would say Singapore is a good position at the intersection of East and West. And how do we make full use of this?
While Singapore takes notes of global trends like micro-dramas that have taken the world by storm, it must also adapt and play to its own strengths. The key, Mr. Tan says, is a made with Singapore approach, and that could be creating content in partnership with international players.
In Singapore, we're experimenting those formats, including from MediaCorp. Trying out different formats, and many industry players are doing so. And they tell me that this is a very promising and a lot of potential. So even our players who are in the more conventional, traditional space are embracing new formats and new technology. And that has to be our way. But importantly, it's about coming together as an ecosystem. So when you say Singapore content, I will go one step further. It's not just about telling Singapore stories. It's not just about the content being developed and made entirely by Singaporeans or Singapore-based companies. You have to think about Singapore content more broadly. It's made with Singapore. So that the key element in there is whether is it a filmmaker, a director, a scriptwriter, or on-screen talent, or being produced in Singapore through virtual production. There's a very strong Singapore element in it, a very strong value capture for our ecosystem.
Where do you still see gaps in our media ecosystem today? Is it in financing, IP ownership, the talent pipeline, or access to markets in this instance? Which gaps are the most urgent to close?
In Singapore, we cannot compete on cost. We are not the cheapest place to do filming or a place where you can find locations in which the production is the cheapest. But we are competing on value, or competing on capabilities that you may not be able to find anywhere else in the region. And it is this mindset we are bringing together the TAP program to bring the ecosystem together. So from project development to production to distribution to marketing and the IP financing of it, the IP structure of it, and the business environment to bring this together.
Looking ahead, could you paint us a picture? What would success look like for Singapore's media industry, say in like 10 years' time? And on the flip side, what would failure, for lack of a better word, look like? What worries you the most?
If we are successful in bringing together the entire ecosystem, the players, the professionals, working together, I think we have an exciting period of time where the media ecosystem is a vibrant one. We will become a trusted creative partner, a co-production hub, and a place where big players, major studios, major streaming platforms from different parts of the world want to be based here, want to work with us in the region to create compelling content and stories that can travel the world in different formats. And that creates great opportunities for media companies to reach out to new markets, extend their reach, and gives a platform for media professionals to showcase their talent to the rest of the world. And I'm confident that our professionals and companies have the abilities to do so. But if we don't seize this opportunity to harness the very strong tailwinds that we have at this point in time, this window of opportunity, I think we will lose out in terms of relevance and our competitiveness vis-a-vis many other jurisdictions and markets that are also want to be in a similar position, to be a hub, to be able to bring the ecosystem together.
To seize those opportunities, Mr. Tan has launched the Talent Accelerator program. It is a 200 million Singapore dollars 3-year push to develop stories with global appeal and cement Singapore's role as a co-production hub. The aim is to build structured pathways across the media value chain, from development to production and distribution, backing mentorships, masterclasses, co-funding productions and boosting marketing. Also, that Made with Singapore projects created in studios like this can shine on screens around the world.